Kevin Nash verbally agreed to a 1-year deal to return to TNA beginning on September 27th for the Spike tapings, the first Spike tapings. Nash appeared on posters and signage for Bound for Glory. He challenged Jeff Jarrett to a match on the tapings, setting up the pay-per-view main event. His deal is for 4 pay-per-views and 16 TV tapings for a 20 dates total. That's 1/3 of TNA's schedule, so he'll be a sometimes food in the next year of TNA.
It seems like a good spot for him.
On Wednesday, before the Spike debut, TNA Wrestling announced that the Dudley Boys had signed with TNA. The Dudleys were officially referred to as the tag team formerly known as the Dudley Boys.
I know them as the Deadly Boy.
I love BRD. They signed a multi-year deal with TNA. The Dudleys have been embroiled in a legal battle with WWE over the use of the Dudley Boys name, going back to the fact that, one, they didn't invent it, but they did buy it, and they do own Devon Dudley and Bubba Ray Dudley. So they didn't do a major makeover as they decided on Team 3D of Bird and Devon.
Bird and Feather.
I was wondering, like, why would you spoil it? But I guess, like, you taped it the couple days before, so you might as well announce it. It's already out there that they debuted.
Yeah.
Austin Aries wrote on his website that he is close to signing with TNA. I can confirm reports that I've received a contract offer from TNA. I'm finalizing some wording in the contract and will officially sign it early next week. Aries wrote, I'm excited about the potential of TNA and I'm glad to be part of it. He will be continuing to work Ring of Honor full-time also.
Neat.
Brock Lesnar is wrestling for New Japan, which has a working relationship with NWA, which is affiliated with TNA. Also just has a working relationship with TNA, based on Jushin Liger.
Also, that means nothing.
Yeah, and like currently it is the period where he has that insane no-compete through 2010.
They really didn't want Lesnar doing shit.
They did not, it's kind of miraculous that through all that, fair enough they settled it, and I think they either cut it down or got rid of it altogether, because they're like, that is not enforceable, that is ridiculous. But,
well, when didn't Lesnar name his finisher the Verdict in New Japan?
Oh, because of all that like legal stuff to try and get out of that no-compete? Yeah, so he was debuting in New Japan, he was expected to be at the Tokyo Dome show in January to defend his IWG title, which he did win. But yeah, there's rumblings, and there'll be rumblings for a while, like Brock sniffing around TNA.
For people who are shitting their pants at Lesnar being IWGP champion, it was the fake one, don't worry.
And like Kurt did say at one stage that Lesnar called him and was like, can you get me into TNA, but I'll want Kurt Angle money. And they were like, we're already paying Kurt Angle money, we can't really afford a second Kurt Angle money.
Yeah. You can cut some other guys.
Yeah, just call Daddy. He'll give you some Brock money.
Find a way to get Lesnar.
But this was 07. This like Brock was a prodigy and he was awesome, but he was kind of shit in New Japan.
Oh, it wouldn't have worked out. But you try. It's Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, but like, but it's Brock Lesnar in 2007. I do think, like, I would have tried, because like Brock did rock in his first run. He was a prodigy, like legitimately. But like post UFC run Brock is a lot different than pre UFC run.
Because UFC made him a star again.
Thank you. And TNA probably wouldn't have.
No.
A more important potential return. Dixie Carter spoke to Johnny Fairplay this past week about returning. I don't think he ever shows up again, but it's constantly, like, for months a thing that's like, they talked with Johnny Fairplay about potentially returning.
Impact 1000.
This always happens when something new happens. She wants to bring Fairplay back, believing he's a mainstream star. The booking committee always hates it, thinking it's already been proven he means nothing. So the idea she floated to him was host of Explosion and to do a Piper's Pit type segment on the pay-per-view. But obviously that doesn't really turn it.
Johnny Fairplay as Waldman and Alex Shelley's manager would have been the most chaotic timeline.
Yeah, that was a pitch. That was an idea.
That's insane.